All right, let's go. Monday morning, dot pressing up towards $11 as I refresh my page, 1097. Good times. I mean, Bitcoin setting all-time high, markets going nuts. Here right now with JD, who just passed 1,000 members on Patreon. So this guy's obviously loving life right now with this market going as it is. We're supposed to have ACALA here soon, so hopefully they'll join us in the next couple of minutes. We're going to be talking about what's going on and then this year with ACALA 2024 roadmap. They're also going to be involved in a lot of the Polkadot airdrops within this ecosystem, so we wanted to touch on that as well. But JD, maybe we'll start it off with you and talk a little bit about some DOT. Maybe tell us, obviously we're pressing up to $11, but is this the time that we want to start looking to buy? Should we be looking to sell? How do you see this? I'll put your screen up there.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is JD. Right now, we're heading towards our resistance line right here. So when like the way I do my resistance lines right here is first I go on to the line chart, right? So we can actually see these V shapes, right? So right here, if this $12 resistance break out, we're going up to around maybe $18 because $18 has some of these big support resistance lines, right? And if that breaks, we're going up to this next level around $25. And if that breaks, we're going to around $33. And once all of these levels break, we're up to we're going to see price discovery. But as of now, for me, I'll be taking profits not here, but around these three right here, and probably around 50% of my take profits will be around here. The rest will be in price discovery zone right now. But right now the bearish divergence got negated, and once the SRSI, once both of these lines cross above the 80 level, this will add more bullish momentum. But as of now, both of them are not above it yet. So we're gonna have to wait and see after the weekly close if both of these lines can cross above the 80 level. So that's what I see right now for DOT.
So JD, if you're looking to get into DOT right now, is this a spot you're looking, or would you be more like in this orange box that you have out here?
No, right now I'm just sitting back, relaxed, eating some popcorn, just watching the market ride. I'm not a buyer at these levels, but if we hit below around this orange box right here, I'm gonna start adding towards my position, regardless if it bottoms or not. These are the times to start adding. Right now, we're at extreme greed, right? These are the times that just to watch the market where it's going, and each time we hit a higher high, each time these prices tend to go up. Here, let me go back to candle. Each time these prices go up, these levels is going to be higher, right? But right now, these levels are my buy targets right now. And if this thing hits a little bit higher, these levels will go up more, right? But for now, these are the targets to pay attention to. I think you're on mute, Jason.
My bad. Sorry, guys. So a lot of things happening as well. Appreciate that, JD. You have a big keynote address coming. I believe it's tonight. The Sub-Zero is starting tonight for Polkadot. I believe Gavin Wood is giving a big keynote address. I don't have the time for that, but hopefully we get some more information because there's a lot of cool things. I'm going to putting out a video on the new Origin Trail white paper, the 3.0 that just came out. I'm finishing editing that right now. And I just think, people just aren't ready. Like when you start to talk, and Origin Trail is, hopefully we're going to have them on next week as well, talk to Tomas to try to break down that white paper. But, people are excited about AI. They have no idea what's coming, what Origin Trail and other projects, of course, are doing. But the concept of knowledge mining, incentivizing people for producing and verifying fair information so that AI systems can continue to thrive. It's just really next level stuff. I guess they'll be on next week, they said, but maybe JD, if you want to talk a little bit of TRAC token, because that's another one in this ecosystem. When we started this stream, I think maybe 3 weeks ago, TRAC was under $1. I didn't check it this morning, but what do you see with the TRAC token?
Yeah, for track, it has broken all of these support levels or resistance levels, right here. It broke this one, then it started moving up. It broke this one right here, so it started moving up. Once we break this last, honestly, this is not really a resistance line, right? It's more like a support line. If this one breaks right here, though, we're up to price this discovery mode, right? Right now, we can't really determine the exact top, but once the oscillators are overbought on multiple higher time frames, that's a good time to start taking profits, right? But once this line breaks right here, it's once a candle body close above here, it's game on. It's gonna move up very, very fast. But right now, my current price targets, if it does go down, it will be around this orange box right here, assuming that we hit local top. And if this one keeps on going up, these prices will change. Keep in mind about that. And right now, there's no divergences here to worry about. And the SRSI, both of the lines are above the 80 level, which is bullish. If both of these lines stay above here, on the next few weeks to a month, these prices will slowly go up or even break this line right here. But right on now, I'm not a buyer at these levels. We've been buying down here, honestly. But I'm just waiting on this next pullback. Hopefully, we have this pullback. And this blue line right here is the 21 weekly EMA. Usually, it always gets tapped, right? You see this tap right here and bounce off. Tap right here, bounce off, right? So, and every week this blue line right here tends to go up, right? When prices go up, this blue line, the 21 weekly EMA goes up. So my next buy order is within this orange box, or if it hits this blue line right here. Right now it's at around 78 cents, right? So on a retracement, I'm gonna jump in and then add more track on my portfolio.
So, and I hear you say price discovery, and Bitcoin obviously at its all time high is in a level like that as well. Does your strategy change when you get into like a level like that, like as opposed to where we are right now, where we have a little bit of the charts, you have things to look at, past performance, but when you're in price discovery, you don't really have that. How do you go about kind of analyzing charts at that point?
Yeah, so on my Discord Patreon, I teach a lot of my strategies that I have. So basically, we're not here to time exact top, right? 95% of the people that try to time the exact top will get wrecked. And honestly, 95% of the people in this market will get wrecked, right? So we're here to not be the 95% of the people. We're here to be the 5% who actually wins in this market, right? So for me, I mean, honestly, I since I bought down here, I might actually take some profits right here. That's a good 8x, right? And then once these oscillators, I use multiple oscillators here for the show. I just use the SRSI and the RSI for you guys. But I do have a strategy which I teach on my Patreon and Discord. The best way to take calculated profits, right? So it also works on the best time to buy as well, which I was sharing on Patreon and my Discord. But once this one breaks, we'll see where the oscillators are at on multiple time frames, right? So once we're at overbought on multiple higher time frames, that's a good time to start taking profits and to enjoy life, right? Right now, we're still. I'm thinking in maybe mid year, this is gonna break, and then we're gonna set in another all time high, right? But right now, we're actually overbought now, right? So right now, RSI is at 86, right? These are not the times to start buying. The time to start buying is when the RSI is down here, right? Right here, right, and down here. And yeah, so right now I'm not a buyer. On any calculated retracements, I'm gonna start adding towards my positions.
Nice, man. Appreciate that. And yeah,
Yep.
check out JD. He just crossed 1,000 members on Patreon. So look, you might get to 100 members if you don't know what you're doing, but you're never going to get to 1,000 members unless you're having some success. So I appreciate you taking the time and explaining that for us, JD. Um, so guys, it looks like I apologize. I don't know if ACALA is going to join us today. We were going to talk about their roadmap, and I know ACALA has been one of the, one of the first parachains on Polkadot, winning, I believe, slot auction 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, but just like every technology product or project, they've had ups and downs, and it's not always perfect. It's not always perfect for Dot. It's not always perfect for ACALA. So I wanted them to come on and join us. Uh, Maybe they still will. We're going to talk about a couple of the airdrops as well. And that's kind of one of the exciting things about Dot right now is that there are a lot of airdrops going on. And I think that's kind of when people say, like, why is Solana pumping versus Polkadot? Well, I think there's a couple of reasons. And I don't know that they necessarily compete against each other on the tech, but definitely Solana has done, they've built up this meme coin and this airdrop community. They also have a lot of VC backing as well. So hopefully with what we're seeing, Polkadot push that way. There's a few. There's the dead one, the pink one. I know Invarch is doing one. So we wanted to talk about that. If they join, I'll put them on. But JD, maybe I know you did your homework on ACALA, so maybe you could just show us what you're seeing over there with the ACA token.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the ACA. So right now, we're creating a bearish divergence on the weekly chart, right? So basically, the oscillator is going down while the prices are going up, right? You see this? So the price is going up while the oscillator is going down.
Yeah.
But if the RSI on the weekly can close above above this higher high right here, then it's gonna negate the divergence, and then we're gonna start going up, right? And once the SRSI, the stochastic RSI, if both of these lines cross above this 80 level, this green line right here, it's gonna add more bullish momentum, right? But right now, it's just in the middle, right? The middle of the 80 and the 20 level, right? So let me just add this 20 level here so that we can see, right? So if both of these lines go down, I expect a drop, right? So right now we can't ignore this divergence right here, right? Because most of the time it does play out around maybe 80% times it does play out, right? But if I was to start buying, I would probably take this swing low to this swing high right here. So around this orange box is where I would start adding towards my position, and it also corresponds to this 21 weekly EMA, right? And in the past, this blue line tends to act as support resistance. Look at this: resistance, 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 and then support, and then looks like it may hit it again, right? So it may be around 9 or 10 cents. But yeah, this is what I see here. A good time to start taking profit is around here, since these are past resistance support lines, and $1 right here, since this is past resistance line, right? But if this one breaks, right here, then we'll go on price discovery mode, right? But we got to make sure we take calculated profits, because this cryptocurrency market is very, very volatile, right? And knowing that 95% of the people in this market will lose, we got to make sure we take calculated profits, right? So once this thing's reached, I'll take a little bit of profit here and here. And when when the oscillators are overbought on multiple higher time frames, that's a good time to start taking more profits, regardless if we are top, right? So this is what I see on ACA on the TA side.
Perfect, man. Thank you. And I'll try to get them on for the next stream. We are going to have on the next week's stream, we're going to have someone from Laos Network. So they're building right now on Kasama, smaller project, but they're really coming up and drawing a lot of attention. Also, Origin Trail, hoping to have Tomas come on and break down the white paper. So we're going to keep looking at these things. It's a really interesting time. Even the 3 weeks we've started these live streams, not only has it all gone up, obviously, for the past 3 weeks, it's been nice to do these streams, but Monday seems to be a pretty active day as well. So that's also very nice. I also, we were supposed to have Jimmy Tedeschi to talk some Open Gov as well. I'm going to have other people, hopefully from Decentralized Voices as well. So guys, if there's tokens you want us to talk about on here, please, when we send out the invites and the banners, tell us what tokens you like to be talking about. We're trying to touch all of them within the ecosystem and see who can come on the stream as well. But obviously a little bit shorter today because some people didn't show up. But JD, if you want to, I guess we could talk a little bit about maybe Bitcoin and ETH, as they're both, or not ETH, but Bitcoin setting an all-time high, ETH pumping as well off of their, have a couple new upgrades, I believe. So interesting time over there. What are you seeing on the BTC side?
Yeah, for a BTC side, right? So now that both of these lines are above the 80 level, this green line right here, right? Now bullish momentum is on our side, right? So it's good to look at these wicks right here, right? So basically, the along the wick at the bottom, that shows that more buying pressure is here, right? So a lot of smart money were buying down here, this long wick, and then at the top of the candle, the small wick right here is like, it shows that there's not much people selling Bitcoin, right? Like it looks like they want to go up even more, right? So right now, if yeah, we technically close if we count the weekly body candles or the weekly body candles instead of the wicks, right? We actually close above this top, right? So now it looks like, this is bullish in the macro view, right? But we do need some retracements, right? So here, let me just add these wicks. My first retracement level is either if this one right here breaks this 65 level, more than likely we're gonna hit this green box right here, right? Because it has past support and resistance from the past, right? So if this one breaks, I'm thinking worst case we'll probably retest this bull market support band right here, right? So each week these two moving averages are going up, right? And these moving averages shown here is the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA, which I am always using 21-week EMA, this blue line, because usually in a bull market, the blue line is usually tested, right? Or like back in the days, like the beginning of this year, it almost touched the blue line, right? So for me, I'm not buying here. Like we were buying, we're buying below 28,000 all the way down to 15,000. So on the Patreon, I was posting a crash all the way down to 28,000, and it was at very oversold territory around 28,000, right? Like right here, the RSI is around 30 right here, and look what happened. We actually dip even more. So we were loading up under 28,000, and I'm kind of glad we did, because look at, like, even though it crashed under like 50%, we, like, even though we bought here, we're still up like 3x, right? So it's not good to time the absolute bottom. It's good to start adding when we're at oversold territory, right? So these are the times to start adding. Let me just add these a box right here. Yeah, so we were adding right here, this whole box right here. We're just accumulating, right? But yeah, so right now it looks very, very bullish. I don't know where the exact top is going to be, but right now there's no bears divergences. SRSI is above the 80 level, so right now everything looks good right now. I'm not a buyer at any of these cryptos. I was buying during the extreme fear, right, down here, and now we're just riding it up, right? And I did took some profits out of some of the altcoins like FET and PayPay, and all of those other altcoins to enjoy life, right? So we gotta make sure we take calculated profits. And right now we're at very overbought territory. I would not be a buyer at here. We're close to 90 RSI, right? So I expect a pullback. Not sure when. It could be next month. I'm not sure. But once we have that calculated pullback, I will update my patrons and Discord. I'll let you guys know when I start buying again on BTC and the altcoins. And looks like altcoin season is quickly approaching. So we also got to be well prepared for that, and make sure to keep emotions in check, right? Because we don't want to be too emotional, right? When this whole market starts going parabolic. It's like one of the main things that, people, when they hear a lot of bullish news about crypto, and they hear a lot about, commercials and all this noise, right? They tend to buy that hype. We're not here to listen to all of the narratives, right? The hype. We're here to buy when everybody is not buying, and to take profit when everybody's buying, right? So we're going to be taking a more calculated approach, instead of listening to the news and all of the noise.
Agreed, agreed. And I saw how you enjoy life, man, at the Ritz Carlton this weekend. That was pretty nice with the beer in
Yeah,
your hand.
it was it
Looked
was nice.
enjoyable for sure.
It was nice.
That's a nice way to celebrate the time change, and I'm hoping that's what happened to ACALA today. Maybe they're an hour off with the time change, but um, if you want to go into maybe show us what you're seeing with ETH, we'll take a look over there. We're gonna have people are wanting Bifrost, people want Casper, so we got some stuff to work on for coming up weeks. I appreciate that in the comment section. All right, let's take a look at ETH.
Okay, so for ETH, I want to look more into the macro view, right? So the long term view. So we have this trend line right here, right, and the trend line up here. So for me, I don't like counting wicks as much, but then if wicks tend to hit the trend line, if multiple wicks tend to hit the trend line, then yes, that this trend line, counting wicks is strong, right? So we can see here, this wick, this thing got hit from this wick right here, this wick right here, this wick up here, and it keeps hitting it, right? These trend lines. But what I see on the macro view for especially altcoin season, right? So this looks crazy bullish. Like there's no selling pressure on the monthly, right? So this little tiny wick right here, it looks like smart money was buying the 21 weekly EMA, or the 21 monthly EMA, right? This blue line right here, right? And it looks like we bounced off this trend line. So this trend line right here is very, very strong. But the thing is, on the monthly time frame, the macro view, it's looking to be creating a bearish rising wedge. Usually, like 80% of the time, rising wedge do tend to break down, like what we see right here, right? It does tend to break down, but like sometimes it breaks out. If we have a full body candle on the, especially on the higher time frame, the monthly chart, up here above this trend line right here, it either could be a false break up here, or this might go up even more, right? But for now, we don't know where exactly, if this is going to break out, or if it's going to get rejected from this trend line, then break down here, right? And if this one breaks here, expect all of the altcoins to bleed heavily against USD and Bitcoin, right? So these are the times to start adding into BTC rather than altcoins, if this one breaks down, right? So that's my plan right now. As you can see on the RSI, here's a trend line that that's kind of possible. This thing right here could get hit again. So each time this thing gets hit, it's a good time to take profit, right? Smart money was taking profit here, but then we were going up even more here, and then this was also creating a bearish divergence, right here, right? So that was creating a bearish divergence in the past, and then crash, right? And same thing as here, right? So here, let me color this one red. Let me just, yeah, see that? So this is a bearish divergence, right? The oscillator with the price, right? Price going up, the oscillator is going down. So that's a bearish divergence, right? So I can see maybe the same thing happening here, right? So if this one gets tested, right here, or it may not get tested, it may go here and then crash down and then test this one right here, right? And then this RSI could also maybe create a bearish divergence as well. But for me, once this trend line gets hit, I'm gonna start taking profits regardless if it tops or not. So I'll also let my Discord Patreon know when I do take calculated profits. We're not here to lose money, right? We're here to be the 5% who actually takes profits rather than losing compared to the 95%.
Absolutely, sir. I appreciate the heavy lifting today on all the coins. Guys, videos I'm working on, I told you about the Origin Trail that's coming out in the next day or two. I'm doing one on Elastic, which I think is really cool. I'm just learning about it myself, but obviously people are excited about Polkadot 2.0 and the addition of core time. They're building out a core time marketplace. People are developing on this right now. It looks, I mean, amazing. So I'm going to do a video on that as well. And then a couple of updates as well. Next week, we should have Origin Trail. We should have Laos. Hopefully we will have ACALA back. If you guys like JD, he's here every week, thankfully. I mean, I'm so thankful that he is. Check him out follow him, JD757 on X, and then check out his Patreon, guys, because that's where he posts the stuff first. Obviously, it's a paid community, but that's who's getting the information first. I've been there for a while. Good information, guys. So check him out over there, and let us know what you want to talk about next week. And I appreciate everybody. A little bit shorter today, but hope you guys all have a great week, and we will talk again soon. Thank you, guys. Thank you, JD.
Yep. All right, guys, take care.